Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending when you're going to be seeing this video. It's your brother, your boy, courserepscorner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
I don't wanna fall in love, I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
In this video, I will be sharing somebody's experience. It might be true, it might not be true, but from experience it is true, because there are some courses you will do in Nigeria and you go and do masters in UK that will not favor you. I have had that comment before from my sister Space, who lives presently in the UK. You can check her out. She's also a content creator. Space. What this lady shared is something that most of us do not know. All we know is that we want to go to the UK without knowing the do's and don'ts. Let me share an experience. I'm not going to call name. I had a friend who was one of the best then in our secondary school days. I think he was a class older than I am, and from the neighboring school. He got admission, a scholarship to do his masters in UK, and I was hoping that he would stay after the program. But lo and behold, he got back, and I was like, wow, you stayed in the UK for almost 2 years. You couldn't find your way to know where you can stay. You got back to Nigeria. I wanted to ask him. One man said no, maybe he wants to stay, maybe he wants to come back. But when I got into Italy by land, I saw the reason why I needed to stay. But he who got a scholarship to the UK got back. It was after 3 years or so, I found out that maybe it was due to his cost of study. That is why he left the UK. And coincidentally, it was because of his course. I think he read, was it not pub admin or biz admin or so, if I'm not mistaken, what he studied that time. And this particular lady said something like that. There are some courses that if you do not take time, you won't get a job when you finish your master's program in the United Kingdom. If you think it's a joke, ask questions so that you'll be informed. Let me not drag it. Let me share this experience of how somebody changed from being a lawyer, do you understand, lawyer, to the medical field. Do you understand? Somebody who was a lawyer in Nigeria converted to being a nurse or a doctor abroad. Let me not drag it. Let me allow you hear the story so that you hear from the horse's mouth. Okay? Having said, I want to thank you for always watching my content. I want to appreciate your love and the care. For those of us who haven't subscribed or follow us in our social media platform, please I beg you, subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share so that we can move this minute to the permanent side. Take a long start to your screen, guys. I leave us with this video of how somebody moved from being a lawyer to the medical field in the UK. Please watch this video, give me your reaction, comment, opinion in the comment section.
How did I go from this to this? And that's it. A quick story time of how I went from that to that. I initially came to America to study human resource management and industrial psychology at the master's degree level. During my intern year, I could not get a job as an intern, not even a volunteer service. Nobody will hire me for free. And that's how I went back to drawing board. What can I do after graduation as a Black African international student to get a job and to stay? And that is how I became anti-nurse. A lot happened in between, but that is just the long and the short story of how I became anti-nurse. And that the same thing will happen to you if you continue with your masters in public administration, your masters in political science, your masters in business, in international business, when you are not his wife and when you are not marrying Cubana chief priest. Go back to drawing board and look for something you will do that will enable you get a job after graduation. Allow your village people use you. Chiwetarago, allow him use you. Okay? And I'll go chinting, so you hear. Don't worry. Goodbye.